Here is my drawer system storage that I use for all of my makeup. So all of 5 drawers here have makeup in them. I did just put in all of my makeup from my everyday drawer that I keep in the bathroom. So I have like one drawer with all my makeup that I use every day, but I keep that in the bathroom. I don't usually keep it in with the rest of my makeup here, but just for the sake of this video, I decided to put everything into this one unit that I'm showing you right now. So it is a little bit more full than it normally is. But the point of this is just to kind of look at what I have and try and get rid of a few things so that my collection isn't overwhelming, so that things aren't going bad and expiring, and also so that I'm not just keeping products that I don't really like. This is a full makeup collection declutter. Let's start with the top drawer. This is where all of my, or some of my eye products are. So I've got mascaras, I've got eyeliners, and I've got brow products. So let's start off with mascara. I actually didn't think I was going to get rid of any mascaras, but after looking this over, I have changed my mind on that a little bit. So the mascara that I used in my chopping block video was this CoverGirl one, and I actually had 2 of these, and so this is the second one, and I really did actually enjoy it. I am going to be keeping this one, so I'm not going to be decluttering this. I didn't think I was going to be, but just thought I'd mention it because I did use it in that chopping block video. So these are all of my full-size mascaras, and I'm going to be keeping all of these. And I thought I was going to be keeping all of my minis over here as well, but I'm actually currently using 2. I'm using this NYX with the Hype Mascara Mini, and then I'm also using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. And I'm using both of these, and I just realized that I don't love the Too Faced one that much, so I have another one back in there that I'm going to get rid of, but I'm going to keep the one I'm currently using and just use it up. This is the one I will be decluttering. So first declutter. On to eyeliner, I have quite a few in here actually, a lot more than I thought. I'm currently using this Clinique one here, which I shared with you in my Get Ready With Me full face of all the products I'm currently using. So I am going to keep this. In my chopping block video, I had 2 eyeliners that I was considering getting rid of. I have this NYC liquid liner, and then I have the Lorac Front of the Line Pro liner. I'm actually going to be getting rid of both. I thought originally I was just going to be getting rid of the NYC one, but I really just can't be bothered to have to work at this Lorac one so hard, and it didn't do the best job at staying the greatest, so I'm going to be getting rid of 2 eyeliners, which is really good. I'm actually pretty happy with that because I have a good amount, as you can see, still that I'm keeping. And then in here I have my brow products, and this Essence one is the one that I am currently using. This is the one that I was considering getting rid of in my chopping block video, but after doing that video I realized that I actually really like this one, so I am going to be keeping this. I'm not going to be getting rid of any brow products. So that's it for the first drawer. We got rid of 3 things from there. This isn't going to be like an intense declutter, get rid of half of my collection. I just, would like to use the products that I've bought and try and find ways to use them instead of throwing them out. So anything that I am decluttering is really because I know I'm not going to use it. It's going to go bad, or it is bad. And I'm going to try, if I can, to pass some of these items along. But this is going to be a declutter just to get my collection to where I feel like I don't have anything that I really, really dislike in here. Here is the second drawer. This has my primers, setting sprays, foundations, and concealers, along with some powders in here. This is how it looks with everything in there. It's a bit messy because I normally don't have this much stuff in there, so it's not exactly organized how I usually have it. So we are going to start with this section here, which is supposed to be primer. I just couldn't fit this setting spray, which I'm currently using, in there, but I'm not getting rid of this. I am going to hang on to this one since I am currently using it, but I am just going to set it to the side just for a second just so we can see the primers in here. I'm also currently using this primer here, which is the Benefit Professional Hydrate Primer. Now I am going to be actually decluttering a product from in here, and that is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer. This is a deluxe size, and I just don't see myself reaching for this, and it's not the correct formula for my skin, so I am going to be passing this one along. And then real quickly, I have some just foundation sample things over the top of my setting sprays, but I am going to be keeping all of those plus the one that I have in my everyday drawer. So I'm just going to set those aside just so we can see, but that's all staying. Same with my powders. My powders are all staying. Currently using the Dermablend one. In my chopping block video, I did try out the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil powder, and I do want to use it some more. I don't think it was bad, so I want to give this more tries before deciding to declutter it. Now for my foundations, this one was actually a little bit difficult because one of the foundations that I used in my chopping block video, I had used to combine with this Ulta foundation here, and it ended up breaking, like the packaging, and it went everywhere, and I wasn't really able to save it. So I'm going to insert a picture of that, but obviously I did declutter / throw that one away because I could no longer use it. I was using that to mix in with this Ulta Beauty foundation, and now I don't have a good mixer for this, and I don't like this one on its own. The formula's too drying, the color's not right, so I am going to be decluttering this one. I have decided this one's going to go. I'm also going to be getting rid of this one. This one might surprise some of you. I just used it in a video. This is the Almay Smart Shade Skin Matching Makeup in the color Pale 100. And this is just too dark. It doesn't quite match me. It oxidizes, and it's just not the best foundation for my skin type either. So I am going to get rid of this. I'm pretty sure this is really old anyway. So I got rid of 2 foundations from there, and I am keeping 2. Quick update to the one that I am currently using is this Rimmel one. Lastly is concealer, and the one I'm currently using is the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, so I will be keeping that. But the one that I am going to be getting rid of is what I talked about in my makeup chopping block video, which is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer, because it's just not the right color. I can't see myself using this as like an extra step underneath of my concealers, so I am going to be passing this one along. I think that's it for this drawer. So I decluttered 1 primer, 2 foundations, and 1 concealer from here. So that's a couple of items out of this drawer. Now let's move on to the next one. This is the 3rd drawer down. This is kind of my face makeup drawer. So I have my highlight, blush, bronzer, contour, and then I also have like my makeup application sponges in there as well. So this is the Flesh one that I have been using regularly, so I am going to be keeping this one. I did feature that in that recent video. And then the one in the chopping block was this one here, which is the Physicians Formula one, and this is the Butter Highlighter in Rose Gold, and this one is just too dark for me. It's a really pretty color, but the formula doesn't work on my eyes. I tried it that way, so I am going to have to pass this one along, unfortunately, but the formula is really, really nice. For bronzer, I was going to be getting rid of 2 different ones that I was thinking about, but the Wet n Wild one I decided to keep and use in my project pan, so my makeup project pan. The other one that was part of that chopping block was the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. And I think just based on that video, I am going to end up keeping this one. I haven't used it a lot since then, but that try of it has convinced me to keep it. Blush, I was really considering getting rid of this blush here, this Milk Makeup Cream Blush Stick in Work. But I think for now I'm going to keep it and kind of use it as a layering type of product that I can put this underneath and then a powder, similar powder color blush on top. So I'm actually going to be keeping all of those. I'm going to be keeping all of my makeup sponges in there. So this drawer I really didn't get a lot of decluttering out of. I thought I was going to be getting rid of a lot more than I'm ending up getting rid of, but I think that's okay because I want to make these things work for me if I can. That's the whole point. I don't want to just declutter to get rid of and waste product. I want to declutter because I know that there's just no way for me to use it. This is the fourth drawer, and this has the rest of my eye products in it. So any type of eyeshadows, whether they be single eyeshadows, palettes, creams, eyeshadow primers, things like that. So that's what all is in here. I have quite a few palettes in here. I have some back in here that are stacked up. I also have these right here. I'm not going to be getting rid of any of those. I also have some smaller palettes back in there that are stacked up, and I'm going to keep those as well. I was considering maybe passing this one on, but as you know, I did just use this, and I am going to be trying to use this up this year in an unofficial panning way because it hasn't been added to a project pan yet. But I will be getting rid of a single eyeshadow. As you can see, I have a lot of single eyeshadows here, way too many. I don't use my singles that often, so I am going to be getting rid of the Sally Girl Baked eyeshadow, the gold one that I used in my makeup chopping block video. It's broken, it's not the easiest to apply, and it's old, so I think it's time to go. And then one that I'm currently using is this Revlon one. As you can see, I've already hit pan on that. I feel like these very neutral shades I'm definitely going to be able to go through. So I have a couple of those that I'm for sure keeping. The rest of these, I think I will end up using them at some point. Now into this section here, which is my eye creams, primers, stuff like that. I've got a couple of things in here that I'm currently using. So I have the Urban Decay Primer Potion and Sin here that I'm using in my project pan. I've also been using this Catrice one when I'm not using the Urban Decay one. I've also been using this Smashbox under eye primer there. But I am going to be getting rid of one product here. I was considering getting rid of this, but I think that I've used enough of this already that there shouldn't be too much left in here that I should be able to use this up. So that I was considering this one, this Catrice Prime and Fine eye primer, but I'm gonna end up keeping that one. So the one I am getting rid of is this L'Oreal Hip Cream Shadow Paint in Secretive. And I used this in my chopping block video, and I have decided to get rid of it. It's just so old. I just can't keep it any longer. That is everything for this drawer. Now the last drawer, and this is all lip products. Now this drawer is going to be what we're going to declutter the most from. Let's start over here are my nude kind of lip products. You know what I should have done before is just pull these out and kind of go through them with you guys. That would have been so much easier. So apologies for not thinking of that earlier, but so I have a couple of things in here. I have quite a few nude items that I'm going to be getting rid of. So I'm going to be getting rid of these three and keeping the rest that's in here. I almost considered getting rid of this Anastasia one because this is their liquid lipstick and it is very drying. But I did find one way that I can use it. So I'm going to continue to use it until I can't use it in that particular way. Which is basically just paired with clear gloss over top. So I'm going to be keeping the rest of what is in here and getting rid of these three. So I have this Buxom. This is their Wildly Whipped Lightweight Liquid Lipstick. And this is in the color White Russian. And it is super clumpy, as you can see. It is very thick. And it is very drying, so that is why I'm getting rid of this. And then I'm going to be getting rid of this The Rock lip gloss. This is their Alter Ego lip gloss, and this is in the shade Mademoiselle. And I have to get rid of this because it is super old. I'm also going to be getting rid of this Rimmel lipstick, and this is pretty drying. It's also very old, and I believe this is in the shade 113, so I am going to be getting rid of this one. A theme you're going to be noticing is I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of products that are drying for me. I've had enough. I can't stand it. I am keeping some liquid lipsticks because I can pair them with like some clear glosses from here. But other than that, I am getting rid of a lot because of how old the product is and for it to be drying. The next category is right here. And this is kind of all of my light pink kind of colors. And I am going to be getting rid of a couple here. So let me go ahead and pull those out. So I am going to be keeping these ones, and then I'm going to be getting rid of these 3 lipsticks. So I have another Lorac product. This is a lipstick. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to tell, but this has definitely gone bad. Again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but there's like white bumps, like almost like mold or something on it. It's really, really gross. So I loved these. I loved the Lorac lip glosses and the lipsticks, but they are just so old at this point. This is in the shade Optimist. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. This next one is from Ulta Beauty. It is their tinted flower balm, and it's basically supposed to be like a clear with like a flower inside of there. But it kind of makes my lips like a weird bright pink color, and I just don't like the way it looks. It's also not that moisturizing, so I am going to be getting rid of this. Next one I'm going to be getting rid of is from e.l.f. This is e.l.f. lipstick in Pink Mink. So I've got 6 products so far, 2 sections down. Now let's move on to this section here, which is bright pinks and corals. And I think I'm going to be getting rid of these 2 from the bright pink section. And then I'm going to be getting rid of these 3 from the corals. So I'm going to be keeping these and then getting rid of these ones here. So I have 2 bright pinks I'm getting rid of. They're both from Lorac. Lipstick is in the shade Daydreamer. Another one that has gone bad and has white mold on it. And then I also have Heartthrob. So those 2 are being decluttered. And then I have 3 from kind of more of the orangey coral category. This one is Maybelline lipstick in the color Coral Luster, CoverGirl lipstick in Delight, Maybelline lipstick slash gloss in Breathtaking Apricot. I have quite a lineup here so far. I went through these 3. Now we're going to go through these back 3, starting with this one here. These are more of my mauve-y kind of shades. I'm actually going to be keeping all of the ones down here. I did go through a lot of my lip products beforehand and try and organize them just so I could remember which ones I didn't like, because I have so many that I would just forget. So I did try and organize some of these to kind of help me remember which ones I didn't like. So I'm going to be keeping all of the ones down here. I have quite a few down here that I'm going to be keeping, and then I am going to be getting rid of all of the ones up here. I am going to kind of rearrange them a little bit though, because now these can be spread out a lot more. So I have more Lorac products here. Again, these are just really old, so I have to get rid of them. I loved these. Another Lorac Alter Ego lip gloss. This one is in Seductress, I think. And then I have another one, and this is in Duchess. And I have 2 of the lipsticks here. This one is in Damsel. And again, this just went bad. I think you can see that, but yeah, definitely gone bad. This is why I want to do a declutter, because I loved these products. I just have so many that I didn't reach for them and then they went bad. So I don't want to be doing that as much as possible. I want to try really hard to use what I have and not let them go to waste like this. This one was in Cat Lady. Next section here, these are my reds and more berry shades. And I think for the berry shades, I'm going to be getting rid of 4. So these 4 right here, and then keeping the ones that are down here. And then for the red shades, I'm going to be getting rid of 4 as well. So then that leaves me with what is in here for my berries and then my red shades. I don't really use these all that often, so I feel like I don't need to have that many. For the berry shades, I have 2 more Lorac products. I have a lip gloss in Temptress, and then I also have a lipstick, and this is in Prom Queen. I'm getting rid of these 2. The 2 other berry shades I'm going to be getting rid of are this e.l.f. lipstick, and this is in Berry. And you can definitely see this has gone bad. Like, that is really gross. So, again, another reason why I'm doing this declutter. I have this Clinique lipstick in Raspberry. And I just don't like the color on this one. It's not a color I normally would reach for. It's very shimmery, and I just know I'm not gonna reach for it. So I'm gonna pass this one on before it does go bad. I surprisingly have a couple of MAC lipsticks here, and I actually really like normally their formula. I am keeping some, but these are just 2 that I am going to be getting rid of. This one here is like a very like almost pinky red. And then this one is in the shade All Fired Up. I have a full size here, and this is a very like velvety kind of red. This is in the shade Work, 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 which I think is a very classic, very known red, but I just have so many reds that I can't justify keeping this one as well. So I'm going to be getting rid of these 2 MAC lipsticks. 2 more here. From that red category, I have Stila, and this is their Stay All Day liquid lipstick, and this is in the color Rubino. I actually really love this color, but it is so drying that I can't handle it. The next one is from Wet n Wild, and this is one of their Megalast liquid catsuit, and this is in Goth Topic. Lastly is this little section over here. This is where I usually keep any of like little foil packet, lip samples and things. So I am going to be keeping all of those. I also have these 2 little things that I'm going to be hanging on to. They're like foundation samples in shades that obviously are not my skin tone. And then I also have a few lip liners here. I don't have very many, so I am going to be keeping all of these ones. But what I am going to be getting rid of is this here. I also have this lip base that I forgot to try out, so I'm going to keep it for now. But I do need to make sure that I make an effort to try this to see if I want to keep it or not. So that's everything in there. I'm going to be keeping those and getting rid of this. This is from Lime Crime. This is their Diamond Crushers lip product, I guess. And this is in Unicorn Queen. Very unique, very purple with like blue shimmers in it. But it is very drying. It is a little bit patchy, and I just don't see myself really reaching for it. I was thinking I would use it for a Halloween look, but I didn't. So I am going to be getting rid of this finally. It's just not going to be used. It's a fun product, but not for me. That completes the lip drawer. And kind of see what it all looks like afterwards. And that also completes all of the makeup collection decluttering. I got rid of so many lip products, as you can see off to the side here. I'm going to put everything together that I'm decluttering and then show you the end result. Here's an overview of all of the things I am decluttering from my collection. I have so many lip products here. This makes me feel so much better. A lot of these are so old and I can't use them anymore, and I'm so upset about them because I really enjoyed the product itself, but I just can't go through that many lip products in a certain amount of time. So I really need to focus on the ones that I have, get rid of ones I don't want to use, things like that. So I got rid of 24 lip products. I think that's pretty good. For me, I am very happy with that. I feel like that was a good amount to take out of my collection, throw away, pass on, and be able to focus on the rest that is remaining. I'm also getting rid of 2 foundations, 2 eyeliners, a mascara, a concealer, a primer, 2 eyeshadow type of products, and a highlight. So even though I thought going into this that there were a couple of other things that I might consider getting rid of, there was also 1 or 2 things that I did not think I was going to be getting rid of that I ended up decluttering from this. Hopefully you all enjoyed watching this. Hope you found this interesting, entertaining, maybe even motivating to go through your own collection, to really think about the products that you have and using them before they go bad, like a lot of my lip products did. Also, if there's just colors that you're just not going to use, whether that be foundations, concealers, or any other type of color product that just isn't going to suit you, your skin tone, your preferences, you know, get rid of it, pass it along, and then that leaves space and room and usage for you to use the products that you actually love and that work for you really well. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope you all have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day. Bye everyone.